Hey there, this is Miles at Wilco Land. I've got a half an acre property here near Mille Lake in Crow Wing County, Minnesota. I want to cover access and where this property is located in this video. We're getting a lot of questions about that. Also want to talk about what I see in the property and how you can do some of your own due diligence. So getting started, you can see the listing on our website. I'm sharing my screen with you. Click through our photos. At the end of it, we have aerial photos, elevation, and things like that. So you can see all that, right? Let me pull this up on a map. This is a parcel ID. We'll get to the Crow Wing County GIS system to do some due diligence in a minute. But first, I'm going to pull up the GPS coordinates. For those looking to access a property, we post the corner coordinates. Those aren't actual official survey, right? If you want to identify and understand your exact boundaries and get those marked, because we're hearing that there's not boundary survey markers out there. There's probably brush over them. They've probably gotten eroded over time if there ever were any, right? So at some point, somebody came in and subdivided this area, made all these properties. Now, properties are getting sold off. This is located on Wistful Way, and I'm just using the center GPS coordinates. So when you're on Google Maps, okay, you drive out there, you're kind of in the area, you're like, well, heck, how do I know if I'm at the property? So let's take a look one step further, and let's download Google Earth. And we share these aerial images as well, but I'm going to download Google Earth here and go ahead and look at some other features that we can look into to help identify where we're at. Again, using the corner GPS coordinates, if you use your phone, you'll most likely be able to kind of walk the shape of the property. If you're using Onx, an app called Onx, O-N-X, that's a really helpful app. You can actually see the parcel you're walking on, and your dot on the map will walk around it, and the land ownership lines are platted out. The app is really great. It's Onx. I'll pull it up here for those interested in downloading it. They get your first week free, and these have maps with land ownership, Onx maps. So hunting, hiking, off-roading. So a lot of people use these. Again, we're using GPS coordinates. We're seeing where this is located here on the lake or next to the lake. And we're also looking at Google Earth. So you can see right here at this intersection, these roads aren't going to be great either. It looks like this is paved. We might even be able to get street views here. We can. So we can get street views and we can get an idea of what we're looking at. So it's paved. You're going to go in a 2-track right here. And you can go in off this highway, off 138, and you're going down what I believe is Wistful Way. Yep, Wistful Way. So go down Wistful Way, and it's going to intersect with another dirt road, which I believe is called the Oregon Trail. Let's see if I can zoom out enough to see it. Anyhow, yep, there we just had it down here. So Oregon Trail. Okay, so this is a great natural feature in the landscape. You can identify where you're at. You're at this intersection, this T of these two properties. So at the corner is somebody else's property. This is so International Resources Corp. I don't know who that is. This is a tax forfeited lot though. So that's a property you could go to a tax auction and try and buy next door to you. This is another one of our properties that we sold. But long story short, let's look at, I have a ruler on Google Earth and I can use this. So from the corner of this, if you kind of went at an angle, it's going to be about 39 yards to our property. So I'm kind of measuring that out. Let's say you went straight, it's about 32 yards. And, looking from the trees, there's not many things you can identify to help pinpoint where you're at. So once you hit this, you're about 30 yards in, you have our property. Our property is about 35 yards wide here, 36 yards wide. I'm going, the length here goes about 76 yards back. So you're going about 30, you can walk about 35 yards there. You're going about 76 yards back. Back in the back of the property is about 12 yards. And you might be able to identify the change in the landscape over here on the way back end of the property. Behind us, let me get rid of this and see who owns this. So behind us is private ownership as well. So again, we're looking at Wistful Way. This is a subdivision that never took off, right? So there's subdivisions that are created, things don't take off, the roads don't get finished, developers don't finish things. What we're looking at here is this is your access route. These are platted out maps on a plat map. but nobody took the time to build the curbs, to put the gutters in, to pave it, right? So you're looking at, some people like this. I mean, this is something that some people do like. So that's what you're looking at with this property. Now you want an official survey. You might, I don't know the cost on it, but get on Google and look up some land surveyors. You can also go, do due diligence, Crow Wing County parcel search, and they have a great GIS map. I've got a blog, and it looks like, you can camp, you can use some mobile homes out there. So we've got some information, additional use information. Again, GPS coordinates, ours are going to help you out a lot. And I also have a blog that I want to show you that I think is very beneficial. If you're in the market for property in Crow Wing County, this is going to be super, super helpful. Everything you need to know about properties is basically shared in your GIS system. So if you have a minute, watch this due diligence tutorial. That's going to help you out a lot as well. So check it out today. We've got other listings on our website. Give me a call if you have any questions, 605-299-5553. Thanks for tuning in.